Kasparov in 2004. He was then 13 years old, 3 months and 18 days. That was a draw, but Magnus at some point outplayed Kasparov in that game. Do you know how old Abhimanyu Mishra is today?
The exact same.
Almost! He's only 3 days younger than Magnus was at that time.
Guess what opening it is?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's bad news. You know, what was the highest scoring opening?
This one, the Slav.
The Slav
Oh
defense.
no, Abhimanyu Mishra.
No one's told him about the statistics. Maybe we should have released it before to all the players and gone, here you go.
And Magnus, meanwhile, he's chosen a kind of rare branch of the Slav. White has temporarily given up a pawn, but White is about to get the bishop pair. So White's knight has gone to the edge of the board and is going to take off the black light square bishop. And once that happens, Black will be a bit vulnerable on the light squares. Black's going to have a bit of a weird wrecked pawn structure. It just depends on how good Abhimanyu Mishra's opening homework is. We know that he uses Chessable all the time, thousands of hours clocked on Chessable, and he is a bit of an opening expert. Yesterday getting some great positions out of the opening Mishra, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing despite the stats that we saw of the Slav defense. And okay, current position, Black is a pawn up, but Black, yeah, it's early days. Let's see. Do you like this opening choice, Simon, for Mishra?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're this age, you can sort of play anything, can't you? You just got to know it reasonably well, and I'm sure the speed that he's moving, he's done a lot of work on this. I like the way he's unbalanced it. When you're playing the world champion, if you want to win, as we saw Prag do in the last game, even though it's a blunder, unbalancing the situation seems to be a good choice, because if you play a standard position against Magnus, you're probably going to get outplayed. So at least he's got some sort of strange structure. We see Magnus has now won the pawn back, but Black has very good control of central squares with his knights coming into those squares. Saying that, White's very solid as well. I mean, White doesn't have any weaknesses, has the 2 bishops, so I would imagine.
Black's rook is a passive.
Actually, having the extra H pawn helps a lot here because you can use that to save time at the right case. Black's probably going to run out of moves as he's going to.
But what is sort of the winning? I mean, if it went all the way to checkmate, what would be sort of the winning plan for Magnus now that he cannot move that pawn to the queening square?
So at some point he's going to use his king. He's going to bring it over and win Black's rook, and we're going to reach a position already that's called Zugzwang. That means any move Black makes worsen his own position. And look at the Black king; it's completely stuck defending Black's pawn in the middle of the board. Sooner or later, Black's running out of moves. There's nothing else to do. Black's king's going to have to give way, and White will just use his king, take the Black pawn in the center, and start darting towards the Black rook.
But does he need to take that Black pawn before he starts running forwards?
Yes.
Aha.
He'll wait until Black runs out of moves. We'll take that Black pawn in the center, and then the White king will go towards that Black rook. It's game over. There we go.
There
Black
we go.
king had to move. And Mishra is trying to adopt a formation we call the opposition, where Black's king blocks off White's king from moving forward. But again, as Simon said, White can wait sooner or later with this pawn. That is a very useful pawn. We talked about those two Harry pawns. This one is actually doing the winning.
And is it now Zugzwang already, or are we getting there?
It will be in the next move. So any move that Abhimanyu makes will just worsen his position. He would just actually like just go pass. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't do that in chess.
And I think we'll see a result any moment. Just we'll explain it maybe in more detail a bit later. But the Black king is going to have to give way. No matter which way the Black king goes, the White king will go the opposite way. And trading pawns will not help Black. Here we go. The White king is coming in now. And Black's king unable to help.
It's getting close then, I guess. A win for Magnus Carlsen, striking back after losing to Prague in round 5. Mishra giving it a good go, but of course, facing the world champion, it will be hard for a 13-year-old.
And we saw a quick flurry of moves there. White's king did grab the remaining Black pawn. And it's not only one pawn that Black has to deal with now. All of those White pawns are pushing forward. And you can tell on the body language, Magnus knows it's winning, and Mishra gives up.
It's over. A win for Magnus Carlsen, striking back, winning against the youngest grandmaster in history. It's a long and interesting game, though, between